So hi guys and welcome back to my channel, and for this video I'm going to show you how Hanabi got a savage. Do. So just like I already told you that if you want to rank up easily you're gonna be
Welcome to
using
Mobile
Hanabi.
Legends!
So for this
As the
video
enemy
I
reaches the
wasn't able
battlefield,
to
smash them! Attack!
like
All
record while
troops
I was
deployed!
playing.
Request
The
backup!
reason for that is I was really focused on ranking up. That's why I wasn't really, ready if I was gonna get a savage. So I'm sorry if I'm just gonna be recording through this replay. As you can see, when you're using Hanabi, you might want to like buy those items first and use her first skill as much as you can, because in that way you won't be having a hard time dealing with the minions. Also, of
Request
course, I have
backup!
already said if you're a marksman, you don't have to clash that much in early game. Also, try to be hugging the turret as much
Initiate
as possible.
retreat!
Don't be like that. Can't you see? Lila's
First
attacking,
blood!
and if I wasn't there, she may have died.
An
You don't
ally
have to
has
be
been
very
slain!
aggressive
You
in
have
the game.
slain an enemy!
Also, try to be mindful
Initiate retreat!
as much as possible with your HP and your mana. So now at level 3, we have bought the boots. That's very important though, because without the
Initiate
boots, you'll also
retracting
be
soon!
very slow, and also you won't have mana regen. And
An enemy
you
has
want
been
to have
slain!
mana regen because, as
An
what I've
enemy
said,
has
you
been
are going
slain!
to use your first skill as much as
Initiate
possible.
retreat!
When I'm using Hanabi, I don't use her basic attack that much. I am really focused
Initiate
on
retreat!
using her first skill.
An enemy has been slain!
So for Hanabi, um, she's a hero that doesn't have a blink skill. That means that you can't get away from the clash. If you are clashing, you can't get away from the clash that easily, especially if you haven't got the flicker yet. So if you're in the early rank, if you have no background in playing, or if you think that you can
Our turret has been
fight the enemy
destroyed!
by yourself with your skills, I highly suggest that you don't, since you might
Launch
just
attack!
end up getting killed and therefore being feed in the game, and you might want to like avoid that as much as possible, because
An ally has been
if you
slain!
get killed easily and then you get killed again and again and again, you will
An
end up,
ally has been
like
slain! Launch attack!
being the big load in the game. Like, you're making it hard for your team to win, because if you get killed, your enemies will have increased gold, and in that sense they'll be able to buy more items than you. They are able to build faster than you. So if you haven't built enough yet and you think your attacks aren't dealing that much damage, so I suggest that you don't attack first. You don't attack head on. So just, like, hug the turret as much as possible. If there's a clash, try to join them just
Launch
like this,
attack!
but don't
An enemy
be
has
near
been
the enemy
slain!
too much. Just let your fighter or your tank, because you're a marksman, you deal the most damage, but also you are the most vulnerable player in the team.
turret.
Okay, so as you can see, I have been
An
attacking here
enemy has
since
been
we are
slain.
3 and it's 3v1.
An ally has been slain.
Also, as you can see, I'm always near the tank
An enemy
because
has been
I don't
slain.
want to go solo. I don't want to die that easily. I want the tank to shoulder the damage.
You destroyed a turret.
So also, if you want to win the match, you're not going to be focusing on killing your enemies. You're going to be focusing on pushing. That's why I've been focusing on pushing here.
An enemy has been slain. Killing spree.
So I've been pushing and just pushing and pushing as much as possible um if
Killing spree.
it will be for in my favor.
You destroyed a turret. Your team destroyed a turret.
Also, if you have time, try to farm because that will help you a lot. Also buy the hunter's knife when before you
Our
farm
turret has been
because when
destroyed.
you're farming and you've already bought the hunter's knife, I think it gives you an
An
additional
ally
something
has been slain.
percentage in
Launch attack.
your
Your
experience
team
gained
destroyed a turret.
in
Mega
you
kill.
know in
Launch
farming
attack.
in the jungle. So that's really an essential item if ever you want to farm. Oh, that was a miss.
Unstoppable.
Glory and redemption in every death.
I don't think Layla knows how to utilize her
An
hero.
enemy has been
If
slain.
you are a Layla
Monster
user
kill.
and
Unaccomplished.
you want to, use her to her best
Initiate
potential,
retreat.
I suggest that you watch my video of it. I'm gonna put the link in the description below. Layla is also OP, but if you don't have dependable teammates, I suggest using Hanabi more than Layla, since Layla is really hard
Killing
to use
spree.
if you don't have dependable teammates. Layla is hard to use. Why? Because you are gonna die easily, but you deal the highest damage. I think Layla deals the highest damage of all the marksmen there is. But just like what I've said, if for example, in a team like this, if I didn't retreat, then Eudora might have destroyed this turret right here. So
Godlike.
if you have a set of
Your
friends
team
that also
destroyed a
plays this,
turret.
I suggest if you're gonna be using a hero that you're not if you haven't practiced enough in a ranked match, I suggest you play with them. In that sense, you kind of have the trust already established, and therefore you'll be communicating a lot easier compared to just playing with random
Initiate
people with
retreat.
that you don't even trust. So I'm gonna be pushing the top here since they are clashing in
An
the mid lane.
ally has
I
been
am not
slain.
gonna go there since I know it will just be a waste of time
You destroyed
because
a
you don't
turret.
really aim to kill the hero in the game. You are aiming to destroy the turrets because that's what all this game is about.
Legendary.
But if you
Our
are given the
turret has been
chances,
destroyed. Double kill.
try to also help your team
Launch
to
attack.
kill your opponents. As you can see, they are just focused on, like fighting, clashing. They aren't defending that much. So I really had to do all the work in this game. As you can see, that's why I was farming. Because if you don't
Legendary.
have dependable teammates, you have to farm. You should not let them have your farm. Don't you know that I want to go solo in mid lane in early game because it will give you large amounts of gold compared to when there are two of you or three of you in the mid lane trying to kill the minions. That's why if possible, try to ask them to go solo. But if you are solo, you have to be mindful of your surroundings because you might get ganked. And in that sense, you're gonna
An
die
enemy
easily.
has been slain.
So just try to, just try to
Legendary.
be very careful when attacking, especially when using a marksman hero. We all know that marksmen aren't really that durable in the game, they get killed easily, but they are the damage
Legendary.
hitters. Damage dealers, rather.
An ally has been
So now
slain.
we're at level 14, and
Launch
look at
attack.
the level difference.
Legendary.
Glory and redemption.
That's focusing on farming and also killing the enemy heroes.
Launch attack. Double kill. Triple
So this
kill.
is the moment of truth,
Maniac. Launch
and
attack.
you know where this is going.
Savage.
Alright.
Wiped
We
out.
got a savage, and then the match ends. So that's how Hanabi got savage.
Victory.
It's pretty easy to use Hanabi if you know her build, and I'm gonna be discussing about that build in the next video, maybe tomorrow. So just if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. And also, if you like to be updated on the videos that I'm gonna be uploading, please hit subscribe. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys. Bye bye.